everybody. Uh, Today we're going to be just going through a speed paint that I did. Usually we just put some music to it and whatever, but I want to talk a little bit, do a bit of a speak through while I work. So today, today the speed paint that I'm showing is some emojis or stickers or however you would like to call them of a new character I'd like to start messing around with, a new persona or whatever. They are a hive wing from the species is from the books of Wings of Fire, which I absolutely love. If you ever get the chance to read them, I highly recommend them. They're really cool, real sweet, real fun, a little bit gory, but you know, that's part of life. And I don't know what it is about this character. I'm thinking of calling them like dung beetle or something, because as a hive wing, most of them have insect-related names, which is really cool because they have different like speed races or whatever of dragons, and so they all have their unique naming schemes and all that. So I was thinking something like dung beetle or whatever, some silly or whatever, because I don't want to take this too seriously, but they look so cute. They cool things about like hive wings. They're part of the third story arc in the series. So books like 12, 11 to I can't remember what the last one was, but the latest arc. They're super cool. There's a lot of really fun lore about them, which I might talk about later. And they have so they're kind of like loosely based off of like hive wings. So they're kind of based on like wasps or bumblebees, you know, that kind of thing. Especially with they usually have warmer tones with black scales. So that will be like yellows, maybe oranges and stuff. Usually it's oranges, like, or not oranges. Usually it's yellows, which is what I did for dung beetle. It's just a really desaturated yellow, which it looks green, but that's what you do when you desaturate yellow. And the black scales is actually really cool because it's descended from one of their ancestors. She was from a different race, and she she went to an island, and she had kids with one of the other dragon races there, and I'm pretty sure the dragon race was like a super cool butterfly one that was like super colorful, but because her scales were like all black, all her descendants has some kind of true black in them, which that is just the coolest thing to me, having, because it's really cool lore to me. Yeah, one of my friends is big on dragons, and they were getting me to draw their dragon, which was a lot of fun. Definitely something I was not used to, because they weren't like basing it off of something like these guys are. Sorry, I like this little emoji. It looks so silly. They're not part of the Wings of Fire or anything, so it was just kind of like, oh, I want a fuzzy dragon that's red, and it's like, okay, I can do that. It was very tough for me. I still think it looks pretty good, at least the more dragon-esque one. I can't do anthro dragons very well at all. They're fun to try, but I like drawing a dragon, you know? Even though all of these are very cutesy dragons. They're just so fun. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right, yeah, because they were getting me to draw their dragon, which, a lot of fun. But then I was like, oh, I really have been having a lot of trouble doing these. fuzzy dragons, I want to draw dragons that I'm used to. And when I was younger, I drew Wings of Fire ones. They looked a lot different than the stuff I make now. They were very silly looking. I wish I could pull up some files, but unfortunately, those pictures are lost because they're on a tablet that my brother's lost. So I just started drawing the dragons. I drew a whole bunch of them, and then I was like, well, if you've read the books, you start thinking of like, oh, what kind of dragon race would I think be me or whatever, and I personally think I would be a Hivewing, just because they're very privileged. Their whole shtick is that they're very a privileged race and whatever, and I'm pretty privileged. And they're also just cool looking. It was either this one or Mudwings, which are just laid back guys who like food, which adorable, but I'm not sure if it perfectly describes me. Anyway, I could go into Wings of Fire all day long, but yeah, so then I started drawing the Hivewing, and then I came up with this easy, sweet design. As you can probably tell, I did like a stripe down the middle and the face, the desaturated yellows, which is just, it kind of makes it, I tried not to make a pick-me character, because like, as soon as you see super bright colors, like, oh, mine's a rainbow thing with magic powers, it's like, very cool, but also it's a bit too much. I like to steer away from those, because I made way too many of those when I was younger, and I still draw too many of those. So I wanted to do something cute and simple. I gave them some markings on the face to like show just like acne or something, just to acne or freckles or something like that, even though they're dragons, they're scales, they can't really do that. I thought it would add some interesting texture to the face. I made one at their right claw, I believe. Right now they're doing the face, so I can't really see. Their right claw is like, has a sock on it. Like, you know how cats have socks? I thought that was such a cool, just a cute little thing in the whole design of it. The neat thing about Hivewings is that most of them have some kind of natural defense, some natural weapons. Most dragon races have them, but the Hivewings are a bit more up to interpretation on what they can be. So like some of them have like poison in their tails and their claws, all that kind of stuff. So I opted to go with, there's like hidden, stingers or whatever in her claws, or not claws, in her like wrists. So, like very mild poison, or, cause I don't really want dung beetle to be too creepy, but also it is part of the species, so it's not like I want it to be like, oh yeah, they touch you, you die, kind of thing. But, you know, if they're mad at you, they can just, you know, just give you a little punch, and you're gonna be, like, stoned for a while. Because I think that's what most of their poison does. I think the greatest part of this was taking something that could look very terrifying. Because I think dragons, well, not very scary. A lot of Hivewings could definitely be scary, or just depending on how you draw a dragon can be very terrifying. And then you just make it into a kind of sticker that's really cute with like a yellow blush. Yeah, so I might start doing some speed paints, some narration over that. If you don't want to see that, or it's like, meh, I just want to listen to music while this stuff's in the background, please comment. Comments or just DMing me or whatever, that is really appreciated. Any kind of feedback at all, ever, is really nice, because I don't want to make stuff that people don't want to watch, kind of stuff. I like, if I want to make stuff just on my own, I can do that. I can go and doodle on a napkin. When I give it out into the universe of the internet, I want to make stuff that you guys might like. So, yeah, if you have any feedback or anything you'd like to see, please let me know. If you're a Patreon or patron, you can DM me at any time for a commission, because you pay to see stuff on the Patreon. So I think any kind of commission is well deserved, or free commission or whatever. Yeah, I think that's about it for me, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye!